Hey guys, welcome back to Tiff Talks 22. So, I know some of y'all know that I've been saying that I was going to do this baby's reading. A viewer asked me to look into it. She probably asked weeks ago, but I have agreed to do it from now for a good week. And I've just been kind of procrastinating, right? So, let me tell you, I think it's in 2011 in Detroit, Michigan. Bianca Lily Jones, 2 years old, disappeared. Um, it is alleged that she was in the care of her father, DeAndre Lane, I think is his name, and his girlfriend was there, Angelique Lyons. Um, Also present was a sister of hers, 8 years old, um, and a cousin, I think, who was like 15 at the time. So Bianca typically lived with her mother, who wanted to be free to work more during the day. And so it's been presented that the kid was staying with her father so that the mother could work more during the day. Okay. So here it is, I think December 2nd. They go to take the kids, well, the father goes to take the kids to school, he says, drop the kids off at school. Um, he went into Bianca's room, allegedly, to get Bianca dressed and carried her out in her car seat, but the blanket was draped over her. So nobody actually saw if she was awake or alive or whatever the case. But they are saying that he carried her out that morning. He drops the kids off at school. He even sees a familiar face while he's en route there. And he chatted with that person for a little bit. He was driving his, I think it was a Grand Marquis, his white Grand Marquis. He was driving his vehicle. This is just what I'm getting from the news, okay? And what he said, okay? So he says that, but that same friend reported to the police that they did not see Bianca in the car at all, even though Bianca's father, DeAndre, says that I showed him Bianca. Bianca was in the back seat. Y'all, this demon's very convincing, first of all. He is two different people, okay? He almost got me. Like, seriously. It is said that he is an excellent father, but we already know that, that's going to be in the eye of the beholder, right? Is what different people think different things are good. He has 7 children by 7 different women. The young lady that he was living with at the time, Angelique, she has a baby who is the same age as Bianca. She and he also had a sexual relationship with Bianca's mother. Yeah, you heard that right. But the father says on that particular morning he was going to Bianca's mother's house to get more clothes for Bianca. Apparently she was supposed to stay for like 2 weeks at a time, or at that time. And when he was on his way to her mother's house, someone pulled up beside him and told him that he had a tail light out, a guy. And he was like, "Oh, cool, thanks. I'll check it out." So he pulled over to look at his tail light. Why, I don't know who does that, especially in a city. Um, I'm just saying. I mean, people might. I can't relate. I've definitely had people tell me my tail light was out. Sometimes I knew it, sometimes I didn't. The times that I didn't know, I assure you, I did not stop where the hell I was going to check it out. Like, okay, I'll see it when I see it. Thanks for telling me. I'm gonna hit my hazards when I hit my brake. Like, I'm not gonna stop where I'm going. But anyway, so this young man pulled over and got out the car to check. And that's when allegedly some men, a man, two men, oh, somebody jumped out of one of the cars, jumped into his car, and took off with it. Where he screamed, my baby's in there. Even though, the friend reported he didn't see the baby. My baby's in there. They took off with the car. Um, the car would later be discovered like 6 blocks away from where the dad reported he was. So after that carjacking, kidnapping took place, DeAndre's father runs to Bianca's house, Bianca's mother's house, which is like a block over from where he lived, runs to their house. He's so distraught when he gets there. Bianca's mother's not there because they said she was at work. She said, I was just standing on the corner crying. Cause yeah, I had to watch to get like an idea of who I was looking for, because I was just told a 2-year-old Bianca or a little girl. So I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. So she said, so maybe she wasn't at work yet. She had made it because she said she was on the corner crying. Okay. um. So Bianca's grandmother was at the house when her father showed up there, and he let them know that they got my baby, they got the baby. And so they called the police, they called 911, and he was just screaming, crying so much, he couldn't get it out. When the police got there, he had pulled himself together and he was able to talk to them and tell them about the carjacking. It was initially reported as a carjacking, right? But when within a 6 block radius, it turned into a kidnapping, right? Because they went and they found the car, it was still running, keys in the ignition, still running. No car seat, no baby. Was the car seat in there? The baby wasn't. So then it's like, okay, it's turned into a kidnapping, so they had to call in the FBI. Bianca's body was never found or discovered. A cadaver dog hit on her car seat, her blanket, her bed, and his vehicle. Okay, this is while the vehicle was in like a police garage, so it was like 300 some odd cars there, and the dog went right to their car. Anyway, there's that. I'm trying to think, make sure I'm telling you everything that I already know, because I feel like what I do know was kind of skewing my judgment for a minute. So let me make sure I tell you everything that I already knew or had already heard. And pardon me for if y'all feel like I'm taking so long, but I want to be completely transparent, right, about what I've seen, or well, what I've been told prior to. Then I'll tell you what Spirit said, what Spirit showed me in the tub today, and then we'll tell you what the cards say. Um. So yeah, so the cousin, the 15-year-old cousin, swears that he saw Bianca's eyes open, that she was alert and awake. Angelique says that Bianca was potty training, so she was wearing only her underwear, and was she had peed in the bed, and so she got a whooping. Angelique says the 8-year-old is the sister. The sister said that she had peed in the bed, and so so the baby got a whooping. Angelique said they could hear the baby getting a whooping in the room. She said she was screaming, crying, shrieking, and then it's like she just stopped. Okay. The thing that he uses to whoop them is like a loofah on a wooden stick, and they were saying it's wrapped in tape. Y'all, when I saw this tape, it's the black electrical tape. So think of it as you have the size of a loofah with this much effing tape around it. Okay, that thing was big, especially for a 2-year-old. So it was definitely meant to inflict harm with that. Okay. I believe the 15-year-old is not being honest about what he saw, and he's just trying to keep something lighter than it actually was. The 8-year-old daughter says that she got reprimanded for like wetting herself, and he stuffed her wet underwear in her mouth and tore her tongue. Like, so that means that was likely aggressive. Okay. I'm telling you these details because the way that DeAndre presented it and the way friends and family are saying he's such a wonderful dad, he's an excellent father. Well, first of all, Spirit says this is who he is behind closed doors is not who he is in person, right? It's a false narrative, okay? Because this is how father's showing up, all right? Yeah. So the police are saying that she was physically abused when she went missing. They never found her body, but again, the cadaver dog did alert at various times, various spaces on certain items. They did find blood on her blanket, her blood on her blanket, but it wasn't like an absorbent amount. So yeah. Is that all I know? Oh, that's all I know for the most part. Her mother says she 100% believes this man. Um, and she is expecting that somebody has her child and is raising the child. Bianca has crossed over. Let me say that. She is not here. She's not with us. Um, that's one thing. Because we had a few random people come up after the fact, like 6 or 7 years later, or not even that long later. Because one of them appeared on trial, like, I think I saw that baby. I don't believe she did. But I didn't ask the cards about that. But this young lady is crossed over. This baby is crossed over. What else can I tell you? Oh, the mother says she doesn't want the dad. She's like, he was a compulsive cheater. Um, I don't know. He did something right because he was able to talk her into a dang on threesome. Okay. This was after the baby was here. Like, what? Anyway, there's that. Uh, then the other baby mama, Angelique, says she thinks that the actual baby mama was definitely jealous of their relationship and still wanted the baby daddy. So we know she had some insecurities. um Also, she later, after he was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of his daughter, even though they couldn't find the body, um in an interview she said she said that, she heard the whooping, she heard the baby stop crying, and that was that. Later in this interview, years later, she said, I heard her still answering questions, like after she got her whooping. She also says she never played a role in disciplinary actions at the house. She tried to stay out of it, is what she said. Um, so basically, she recanted her testimony from the case from when she was on the stand. And they were like, "Well, why did you lie?" She said, "Because all I kept thinking was, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail." Why the hell would you go to jail if you ain't do nothing? So there's that, right? So I'm looking at everybody crazy. Um, in my logical mind. Something else that she said was like, "Well, until you find Bianca, we'll never know." But the bitch chuckled. What the freak is funny? Dad? I almost wanted to come through the screen on that one. So, the mother at the trial on her way down from the stand says, "What did you do with my grandbaby? Where's she at?" Like she leaned over to him. They had to restrain grandmother a little bit. Her daughter, Bianca's mother, says, so I said the mother, not Bianca's mother, Bianca's grandmother, the mother of her mother. Child, it's Bianca and Bonica, okay? But anyway, so they had to hold grandma back. She was like, she's never liked him. She don't like him. She said she would say whatever they want, because she just don't like him. So mother is in deep ass denial. Deep. Okay. And yeah, let's take a look at these cards because I think they're interesting. So let's jump into it. Not jump because, we've been here a little while, but I want to be transparent and tell you guys what I already saw. Like I said, I feel like that's part of what skewed my ability to see things clearly because I watched him speak. I watched both of those ladies speak. Listen, his eye movement and the convincing energy that he spoke with, I was like, did he not do it? Right? I was questioning that. So as I was meditating today, I'm sitting in the tub asking my guys to just show me clearly. And I had a completely random thought. Y'all, I've never seen this show before. Like, I've seen little clips of it. Kevin Hart's show. It's called Cold as Balls, where they do like a ice bath and he interviews like professional athletes or whatever from their own little ice baths. And so I've seen it, like clips of it. I haven't watched the show. But while I'm meditating on Bianca, and I said to myself, could Dad be telling the truth? And Spirit showed me that Kevin's on that show, even though it looks like ice, that water is not cold. Y'all, I have never thought about if they were really in the ice bath or not. But when that popped into my head, I was like, so you're basically saying just because it looks a certain way doesn't mean that's what that is. So I went to Googling, and one of the athletes has said that the water was warm. And then so I went to watch a clip of the show, and you can see that the ice on top is likely a prop. It's not like actual ice. Yeah, so there's that. So just because it appears a certain way doesn't mean that's what it is, right? That's one thing. And then I was like, okay, don't overthink it. Clear your mind, so you don't block your intuition with your own logic, right? So I stepped back from the cards. These ain't the cards, honey, because I have put them up several times. But Spirit said we ready, so we here. But while I was doing that, I was like, let me make me a quick little salad, right? So I turned the TV on. I'm sitting here eating my salad, and it was just this random show that I don't watch about DNA. And this lady was wanting to confirm her fatherhood, her paternal father, with a mother and her daughter. The father is deceased, right? And so, guess what happened in that? It was so very clear because, like, the show was about to go off. But the thing was, they were saying how cold and ugly and nasty he was in the house. But when the other daughter would come over, or people in a public period would come over, it's like a switch flipped. A switch was flipped where he was just sunshine rainbow. He was a completely different person. Like, they felt tortured and tormented in the home. And I was like, I see what you're doing, Spirit. So I feel like I got two signs about someone being completely different from who they were presenting themselves to be. Okay. So then I'm laying out the cards here where we talk a little bit about the victim. We talk about the perpetrator here, and we talk about the motive. As we talk about the perpetrator, of course the father came up. We'll talk about that. But like I said, you saw the devil and the King of Cups. This is two different presentations of self. One of these types of presentations is to mask any insecurities and to hide any truths. But let's start with the victim. Let's talk about Miss Bianca, sweet baby. Okay. So, regarding Bianca, the 2-year-old, I used two different decks, right? One of them I consider like a darker deck. So I definitely wanted to use it for everything else, but I already pulled hers, so I left it that way. But I also use like my regular tarot deck that I'm connected to. So her first card out is the Six of Swords. As you can see here with the Six of Swords, swords are sharp, right? Swords are communication. Swords are like daggers. We see this man standing on his tippy toe with those swords kind of at his feet. Okay. So this card is typically about harmony, right? Oh, I don't want that because of the way that came out. It's typically about harmony. It's about peace. But with him kind of tiptoeing around, when I saw the card, it just made me think of someone either wanting peace or trying to kind of avoid any conflict. So this is interesting. Where we have the Empress and the Page of Wands. Boundaries here from any conflict. So I'm feeling like this is someone, actually, the 6 would come after the 5. So 5 of Swords would definitely be conflict. And here we have a 5 of Wands as we clarify that. So I feel like Bianca may have been a free spirit with that Page of Wands energy. But I feel like she was in a space Yeah. Listen, we got that with this energy of the Four of Cups. I feel like this baby wanted to go home. You hear me? Like, I don't even know how else to say it. Cups are definitely emotions here. Um, in this particular deck, the author describes this card as decaying joy, uncertain feelings, weariness, right? I feel like this baby wanted to go home. She like wanted her mother. I don't know if she was saying that or if her behavior was saying that. But it feels like it's a lot of wand and sword energy here. It feels like and looks like this baby was in an environment that she felt like tippy toes. I know you saying, Tiffany, she's only 2. Okay. 2-year-olds have feelings. And they especially are sensitive to energy, right? Here we have this 7 of Pentacles. You see how this man is standing? Almost like what? What does that look like? They're being punished for something? The 7 of Pentacles is the energy of waiting, right? Carries the energy of waiting. The author refers to this man as depressed. Okay? This is someone who may feel like a failure, according to the illustrator for this particular deck. They may be trying to control their emotions here. Yeah. Trying to avoid some type of reaction. Look at this. We have the Hangman here, that 8 of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling sad and emotional here, tormented, that 9 of Swords energy, and that 4 of Swords, like either wanting to or needing to heal, to hide out, to take a step back or a break from something. Because here we have this Page of Swords here. So it gave me the energy when I initially saw these cards of somebody who was kind of expecting to be in trouble. Okay. We also have here the 7 of Cups. This 7 of Cups, you see we have this lovely couple up at the top. But look at the person at the bottom. It's the author says that man is kind of tortured by like these dreams. So these are this person's dreams. So this could, because we're talking about Bianca right here, this could be her either thinking about what is going to happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like she knew she was going to be in trouble. Okay. She knew she was going to be in trouble with that 10 of Wands and the 3 of Swords here. Because somebody may be super strict or may not speak very kindly or nicely to her. Yeah, that Hierophant energy definitely is an energy of restriction, of rules. Yeah. So yeah, this could be something that she tried to hide. to avoid any confusion. You got the Five of Swords here. This is conflict, as we clarify that Eight of Wands, which is a card of like movement, running, going somewhere else. But we have here both the Hermit and the Ace of Swords. Something hidden was brought to light. This Nine of Wands, trying to be strong through something. But also being kind of confused here, like knowing, trying to figure out what to focus on or what to say. You see how this person has their hand in their mouths? Like, thinking about things. And these are all different cups. Cups are all emotion, okay? This is this baby trying to figure out how should I react or respond in this situation, right? Because of the size of this, the utensil that this person used to whoop this baby, I don't believe for a minute that it was like bull, because that thing was big, okay? And if you stuffing wet panties in an 8-year-old's mouth, you are a person that perhaps lacks self-control. But this Princess of Wands is someone who enjoys, fun, who may be a fiery energy. I don't know what maybe Bianca's sign is. I didn't look that far, like what her birthday actually was. But she's showing up as the Princess of Wands, would be the Page of Wands energy. The Page of Wands can be free-spirited, a free-spirited person. And of course, that's a 2-year-old, right? That's typical. So let me tell you what this particular deck, when I said, tell me about the victim, look how it started. Okay. You got the Tower, which is a catastrophe energy. But feeling like with that Eight of Swords, you stuck or trapped in something here. Now there's the Temperance card, which carries an energy of really trying to be patient or stay balanced in a situation. Yeah, there's an energy here of being forced to do something. And it causing some kind of chaos, some kind of ruckus here. With who? What the freak who? Yeah, so this is like somebody knowing they would get in trouble. Okay? This is definitely that energy. Maybe even trying to hide that she had peed the bed, right? Like maybe trying to cover it with the blankets or whatever the case. I don't know. The girlfriend, the baby mama, Angelique, she said she heard the baby getting whooped in the room. The 15-year-old nephew that I believe is completely lying, he said she got popped in the living room, like tapped a couple times. And then he started playing with the stick with his uncle. First of all, boy, like he said, he was just playing, hit me with it too, like it wasn't that big a deal. First of all, your big 15-year-old ass, ain't nobody playing with you like that if they just had to discipline a 2-year-old. So why you lying? That just kind of pissed me off. But he said he didn't hear a whooping in the room. And so it's hard to determine between December 1st and December 2nd. Because December 2nd is the morning that she was reported missing, and that, they said they saw her and then they didn't. December 1st, like overnight to the morning. I think she had gotten in trouble for peeing the night before, and then December 2nd, that morning, is when she was heard getting a spanking in the room. Likely a spanking? Yes, because there's that Page of Swords. So that Page of Swords can be someone taking like a swift action here. Could also be someone uncovering something. Okay? Uncovering something or finding something out. As I'm clarifying, we have the Seven of Swords here. So with that Page of Swords, so we have this sneaky energy, this energy of cover up here of something that was discovered. So I clarified just now as I was talking to y'all, this Seven of Swords, that sneaky energy. And look what comes up. We have that dictatorial, controlling King of Swords and the Empress, my baby mama card. Okay? This is connected to, so this could be somebody told one of them, like Bianca peed in the bed or something like that. That page can also be another child. But here we are with the child and the father. Okay? We have someone coming in after they made this discovery, right? And possibly reacting. Okay? Resulting in this feeling of sadness, sorrow, disappointment here for Bianca. All right? Let's move on. Now, when I approach this particular section, I didn't say, tell me about the dad. I said, tell me about the perpetrator of this crime. Tell me about who is responsible for Bianca's death and disappearance. First card out is the Prince of Pentacles. The Prince is often someone who is of course not king level, not king status, so it would be a knight in a typical deck. So that knight could be a younger person. Okay. But look what else we have. Listen. Can y'all see this? We got the prince. We got the queen. We have a princess. And we have the king. Okay. So let me just tell you, the King of Pentacles is almost always a father figure. It is the adult in the equation for sure. As is the Queen always a mother energy. But she could be someone who is angry, right? But I feel like we're only talking about two people here because we have a prince and a princess. So that's a true pair. So I feel like these are the adults here. This could be someone who is either of adult age, but still perhaps immature. Okay? One in more masculine energy than the other. That's for sure. Okay? Yeah. Listen. So here we have this 5 of coins, like having closed the door on or lost something here. Left something out. This conflict, this war, this fight. Or disagreement, just chaotic energy, conflicting energy here with the Lovers family energy, who are keeping a secret about the star, about Bianca, And here we have someone who is walking away. This, for me, this Eight of Cups can definitely be a card of movement, especially in this type of reading, like moving someone to an unknown or hidden location. I don't know if it's water there where they are. I know they were in Michigan, Detroit to be exact, but I don't know like what the water looks like up there. So I don't know if that's relevant, but it showed up, so it likely is. But this can also be someone not knowing how things are going to go in the future. But like, let me give you an example. For Alicia Watts reading, when we know her killer hid her body like in the backwoods kind of energy. This is the card I was getting that let me know that he transported her somewhere to hide her. Okay? Mind you, the kid's not saying they saw her in the morning because the blanket was over the crib. Anyway, so here we have the Two of Swords. Perhaps somebody turned a blind eye to something. You see she's blindfolded. And maybe it's being controlled or was being controlled to kind of keep their mouth shut. All right? Hold on a second. Yeah, I have no doubt that whatever it is that occurred happened within the home. There was an energy of confusion and perhaps cover up, trying to aggression, okay? Perhaps trying to keep something from coming out. Again, we have this card of travel. Waiting to see how something plays out. Definitely hesitation and criticism here. Who is this Queen of Cups, though? That's often a mother or mother figure. Oh. Hold on. So that could be the other little girl that they were trying to keep this information from or keep her from seeing. Because I'm clarifying it's the Moon card. And they said it's not the mother. So it could be a female relative, sibling, sister, aunt. The sister, I think, is the one that was there, 8 years old. I think she was there. But there's somebody here with this Moon card that they try to keep them from seeing or hearing or noticing anything's gone wrong. So there we have that Knight of Wands who's kind of impulsive. Someone trying to hide their actions or their behavior here. And maybe starting to communicate in a nicer, calmer way. But trying to either suppress something or to cover something up. You know how... you know how like you could start out or you could be having an intense conversation, but then you don't want people to think you arguing, so you start smiling while you talking. That just popped into my head. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. But yeah. I keep getting this Five of Wands, y'all. Five of Wands is almost always a fight energy. It is almost, I won't say always, but it's often indicative when I do readings for adults of physical abuse of some sort. Okay? For sure. So this could be someone realizing, or being shown here with the Sun card, that this physical energy has gone too far, because we had a Ten of Cups. On the bottom of the deck is that catastrophe. But let's keep this a secret and create a plan here regarding the child with that Six of Cups. I don't want that. I didn't shuffle that right. Okay. Yep. But we got to handle this, whatever it is that's happened in this home, quickly. Because it's either someone's aggression or we need to move fast. Because we have some manipulating of circumstances perhaps to do in order to kind of, that Nine of Wands energy, kind of keep our guard up. But this is more than one person. It's not just him. I feel like he acted alone. Or whatever occurred to her is something that occurred at the hands of one person. Look at that. But it's like, y'all don't tell. Y'all can't tell. Okay? Little 15-year-old, he gonna say, I mean, I'm 15. Like, I know, I know what it means. I mean, I know what a dead body look like. I almost cussed just now. I want to talk crazy so bad. Anyway, it's so crazy because mother looked like she was lying about something. Unless she do something illegal. I don't think she was actually at work. She wasn't at home, but she wasn't at work. Angelique definitely knows more. I feel like her recanting is a lie. I feel like what she heard with the whooping was the truth. But I also feel like she knows more because she was there and she's not giving the truth about that the way it unfolded either way. Like, not the full truth, right? Then the nephew, I can't even. Anyway, so again, focusing on the perpetrator here. We have this devil who showed up as this loving person, this emotionally balanced, grounded, right? But they are likely this, right? Because this is someone who is regretful, remorseful about something. They hate the way something went down, okay? That's changing things, changing the direction of things. But here I am, this father figure needing to show up and stay grounded here and present this energy that's not like this. Like, often when I'm doing a reading and I see somebody where it's like who they pretend to be and who they are behind closed doors is completely different. It's like this. It shows up this way. This is somebody who wants you to see them or think of them as this, but they're truly a effing demon. Okay? But that's because this person is full of insecurities. And let me tell you, seven different babies with 7 different women, you are insecure. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but we can talk about the psychology of it. DM me. We can talk about it. But you are insecure. You may also be someone who places value on material things, right? So if your money's funny, or if you're worried about other things, your temper may flare, right? You may get angry. You might have this issue with your ego. Yeah. You put on for appearances, that's for sure. You want people to see a certain person, but you're definitely a clever ass manipulator. But you hiding that narcissistic, devilish energy. You may be someone who has an issue controlling your impulses here. Definitely someone who behaves foolishly. Okay? This may be in order to do what? To hide judgment or criticism. Yeah. Because I don't want nobody to think this is what I actually did. Right? Or this could be an energy of maybe this person feeling judged by someone else. And it's like, this will shut them up. Look what I've been through. Okay? Yeah. Look what I've been through. Look what I've dealt with. What's this 3, Spirit? Because we have somebody here showing up as manipulative. They're feeling at a loss here. They could be feeling at a loss about this person that they have this love for. But they can't speak about it. They can't speak about this situation that's ended, that's come to a close here. They may even want revenge towards someone for feeling like they have lost this control, because this is a narcissist, okay? And this is a manipulator with that 5 of Swords. They want to win by any means necessary. So, of course, they will lie. Of course, they will hurt someone important to you just to see you hurt. And, of course, they will hide it and never tell you where they hid your child. Listen, what I'm finna say. Which, of course, they will hide that and never tell you where they hid your child. Where they drove your child to hide her. Meanwhile, this lady talking about he ain't do it. I don't think he would do that. Because you know him so well, right? And clearly her judgment is poor too. Because you having threesomes with the girl that he got pregnant at the same time that he got you pregnant. Lord help. But this is all to avoid the truth. So, the motive here, we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles is a card of loss. It is a card of a door being shut or closed. It could also be like fear of not having enough money, because I also using a different deck asked about the motive, and this is the first card out, the 2 of Coins, which could be about really trying to like rob Peter to pay Paul, to have enough to do this or that. Someone who may feel like they need to really fight for something or defend themselves or defend something here. But that 10 of Coins could also be, it's definitely family. It could be arguing over property. It could be arguing over money, right? And then with that Page of Pentacles, something connected to a child, or some type of financial news. Yeah, and listen, we keep getting this Justice card with the 10 of Swords. So there could be a strong energy here of revenge, of payback here. Or of trying to fix something that went wrong, that resulted in this ending. That energy of defense, that 7 of Wands. Yeah, because somebody took a foolish action. A foolish action that now they want to hide. So it's like, let me try to fix this. Let me bring balance to the situation here. Yeah, because here we have a fated event that's been hidden. A fated event. Something that has occurred. You can't change it. But you're gonna try to hide it. Why do I say that? Because you have the Hermit and the 7 of Swords here. Both cards of hiding something. Trying to see if you can get away with something here. Definitely not communicating directly or speaking clearly here. Out of fear of something, someone being made aware of something. Listen. Anyway, so I initially started this because it was like, dang, based on just his eye movement, it was like, is he the only one telling the truth? Spirit said no. No, he is not. Okay. Not only is he not telling the truth, the other two aren't being completely honest either. Perhaps out of fear of judgment. I don't know. But based on what they've already told us, like, if he was going to be judged, baby, it's been done. Anyway, I feel like the mother is in denial. Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but she's definitely crossed over. And I feel like the police got this one right. Unfortunately. But I also feel like there are more people, at least one in this situation, absolutely, that could and should be held accountable. But I feel like, at least one more, but I feel like because they wanted DeAndre because he had a criminal history, that's the only person they focused on. Which, that's right. But that ain't the only adult that was in that house. It's more than just him. So, I don't know how helpful this was or not. I was going to use my own deck, but I feel like these cards tell about so much connected to so many people. That reading would have been 3 hours, okay? And I don't have the energy. I didn't want to spend that energy. So, I hope this was helpful. Praying for acceptance for those that actually love Bianca. And yeah, that's all. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye. If you watched this long, please thumbs up. Bye-bye.